Just another late night, 2 in the morning type vibe, just that type of beat tonight. Unless you get a quick beat in before you go to bed, the dreams just don't hit the same. So sometimes you get a quick little beat in before you get to the promised land. And truly, the promised land is just a dream. And that's why they, I think, call it an American dream, You know, that's just sometimes life. I hope you're having a good time and an even better time now that your boy's here with you. Just you and me, chat. Like, listen, it's just you and me. Like it always is, Because we're all just simply a ghost in the system, just blending in, getting through the day. Because if you make too much noise, oh shit, the popo coming, knocking at your door. Hello, was good. So that's why we get a cold one, a real cold one, a icy one. Just shake it around a little bit. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because listen, bro, it's like one of those nights you just have to just hang out, I guess, right? Get a good little drink, get a little scissor. Because it's times like this that you just have to hang out. Like, truly, you just have to let the bullshit play out. The way things are, unfolding, you just have to let them play out. Sometimes you get bullshitted by life. That happens. So you just kind of have to just go by day. Like, go through your day just an hour at a time. Hey, I'm going to make it through. It's like being a ghost in the system. You work your 9 to 5, you go day by day, hour by hour. Oh shit, it's lunchtime. Let's go have fun. Now I'm getting to the nitty gritty of it because I'm starting to feel like people are not working to live, but rather living to work. Let's go ahead and dive deep into that. Like, motherfuckers out here living just so they could work. And not working just so they could live. Or do I have it backwards? I don't really know. Because it is getting hard to live, so you technically have to work so you can live. But there are those that are living to work. They just do nothing but work. And I don't know if I fit in that. As much as I want to be on that Gary Vee vibe where it's, hey, I work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then I get off and do my second business and my third property management class. It's like you have to be on a hustle just to survive. Hey, yo, I'm just trying to pay rent and just hang out. And that's the thing. I feel like not everybody just wants to hang out either, Because it's a rat race at the end of the day. You see people that are, how would you say, in the absolute worst rat race possible. That's just the democratic system, The American dream, for real. Just get in the rat race, just work another day, pay another $1, and you're good. You got a subscription to a good life. But is there such thing as a good life? At least I'm talking in privilege terms. Listen, I get it, bro. Motherfuckers overseas in different countries just having a hard time just surviving and living. And over here, we're just happy to just get through the day. And motherfuckers over there fighting and going crazy. But at the end of the day, is my first world problems not real problems? What is going on? And I think that's what I mean by being a ghost in the system. That the system inevitably feeds on itself to where you just have to just sit back and just be like, fuck it, bro. Let's just enjoy this fucking roller coaster that we're sitting through. Let's just hang back, because at the end of the day, no matter how hard or how much I work, I'm still gonna be stuck in the absolute bullshit, which is, in my opinion, giving up everything and focusing on just work. Where is the leisure? Where is the rest? And where is the me days, right? Like, let's just put it that way, right? Like, where is the time that you get to just hang out and just be like, nah, bro, I ain't gotta do nothing. I ain't gotta pay rent. Like, it's seeming like just to survive nowadays, you have to work so hard and have like 4 businesses to have some rest time. Like, why can't, I think it is the American dream at the end of the day, where like you just have to work 40 hours a week. Like, that's cool, but that's a lot of hours. Bernie did present, the 30-hour work week or something like that. And that sounds pretty good. Why do we have to work 40 hours every week? There are some mundane tasks that can be done in 20 hours. And if you just use your time wisely, that'll be fine. But the problem is, there's a theory. I forgot what the theory is called, but it's like you complete the task in the amount allotted to you, like the amount of time allotted to you, right? So if you get 6 hours to make a table, it's going to take you 6 hours to make that table. But if you say, I got to get it done in 2 because I need to be somewhere else, you'll get it done in 2. It's the same table. Obviously, it gets complicated in bigger decisions, but I think at the end of the day, why do we have to do this 40-hour work week? Oh, yes, I forgot. The fucking salary and paid by the hour bullshit that you have to deal with because of your W-2. It all comes back to the fucking taxes, the beautiful taxes of the American dream, right? You come to America, you have to pay them taxes. Don't fuck with the IRS because they will fuck with you. And that's scary to me, man. They will seize your property, anything that you own. Like, what do you mean? Taxes. I already pay enough taxes. How do I gotta pay more when I'm getting paid hourly, when there's billionaires that are now trillionaires? Sure, it's not the money they have in their hands, it might be in their business, but can they pay a little bit better? Because the economy seems to be drying up very quickly. Because these motherfuckers are using AI bots, just firing people, taking away full-on jobs. And this is just the fucking beginning, right? Imagine 5-10 years from now. If you think you don't matter now, just 10 years from now, best believe you're just a number on the block. And I'm sure that's how military folks feel, right? When you signed that paper, you just signed your life away. I wanted to serve. Thank you for the ones that serve. But if you read that contract, you realize, oh shit, you just gave away every right that you had as an American, or fuck it, a human. You are a product and a number to them. Because otherwise, our veterans will not come to America after fighting a war in the Middle East and be homeless, right? Or are we bullshitting ourselves? I don't know. I think when it comes to 4th of July and all this, everybody's for the veterans, but when they come back and they don't have jobs, nobody's like, hey, we got to do something about this. This has become a problem. Oh shit, just ignore the fucking problem. It'll go away. That's how it goes, right? That's how the world moves, yes. Because today's debt is tomorrow's GDP. And that's how it runs, right? Today's debt is tomorrow's GDP. And that's the craziest part, that if you look at it, this is the most amount of debt, consumer debt in general, we've had as an American. Like, period. Like, I'm not even talking about the nation, but per individual. Because money is consolidated so much into one area, like around the politicians, it seems. Around certain cities, it seems. that local economies are dying, especially after COVID. If you're not fucking franchised, hey, good luck, because you're about to get shattered on. If you're not franchised up, you might just lose it. If you're like a local docal, you better get real vocal, because in a couple of minutes, you might be getting shitted on by McDonald's, by all these big. I love Taco Bell, but same thing. They've killed all the real taco stands. Well, actually, no, I'm lying, because they're like the middle class taco stands. You know, there's Taco Bell, the super corporate of them all, and there's like, you know, I love Taco Bell, bro. That's my spot. But they got some crazy shit going because of the beef or some shit in the beef. I don't know. Hey, you figure that out, because apparently nowadays meat don't gotta be real. You got 70% meat, and you're like, hey, that's good enough. It's above 50 though. Is that good for human consumption? Did anybody ask that question? The foods that we're eating, because of how much we're consuming. This is the last time I say this. 70% beef isn't beef, right? I don't know if they're doing that with chicken. I'm being ignorant to that. But beef, I know most people claim 70%, 50%, like 30% beef, like in those patties, as a good thing. That's the whole media aspect of things, right? That's why I keep that light on. I want to have that red light on, because they always got that webcam going on you. They just study you like a fucking test subject, and study you to the point like, okay, if we're optimal, if we put about 55% beef and 25% plastics and 3% drugs, they're going to be just sedated enough to stay in that dream state. The last man that had a dream got put to sleep. And that's how we're moving. We got JFK files still 50 years later locked up. Tight knit, locked up. What's going on? 50 years later, aren't those people dead? Or is it the system they're actually protecting? I don't know. Because I do think we forgot during COVID how things got scary. Realistically, you know, now we got AI, you know, saving us. So the next time you have the lockdowns, you're going to have AI drones. You don't got to talk to nobody. That shit was weird as fuck to me. And that's in Texas only. Imagine you went to California where everybody genuinely got scared and locked down like they were in prison. Whereas these politicians are out and about at fucking restaurants and enjoying their fucking beautiful steak and lobster. And now they're building a ballroom in the White House for this exact reason. In my opinion, they're building a fucking bunker. If we get our tinfoil hats on, I gotta make myself a tinfoil hat, honestly. Because realistically, that's how I'm feeling. That we put ourselves out there in front of just the unknown, and it's the politicians, and it's the elites, as they call them now, right? Just sucking up all the success, just slurping it up, slurping each other's up. And the files never came out. The Epstein files are still the EP. Their EP didn't drop yet, apparently, bro. So many people have made documentaries, but no real EP about what's going on. So we're truly going through a historic time. And the fact that they're building a ballroom on top of that, they're just shitting on you like, look, we're about to be doing Texas two-step over here, brother. While you guys starve and you do nothing but fucking just fight amongst each other over some racist shit, right? That's what they're worried about. Listen, you do some racist shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. They said this word. Chud the Builder was a fucking ploy. There was something to that. To me, that seemed like a ploy. It seems like clavicular has been manifested into this like ploy to distract the young population from developing a brain. Oh shit, if I get nose surgery, I mean, obviously I can't say much because I did break my nose, so I had to get nose surgery. But in general, bro got nose surgery at like fucking 19, 20 years old just to look better. He was getting hoes already, and that's what he built his whole fucking live streaming career on. So now you see this like real deal fucking bullshit where people are obsessed, absolutely obsessed with this lifestyle of just looking better, which is cool. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I did too. I was a fucking teenager at one point where I was fucked up if a hoe didn't slide in my DMs, you know? So I get it too. I get it. You're fucking charged up, just filled with just bust, you know? Pause. That came out gay. But you're horned up because you want to get the baddest bitch possible. So, hey, bro, if I change this, I change that. If I get fucking implants on my forehead to make my forehead look bigger, shit, I might get the baddest bitches. You got bitches built for Miami. Like, they're customizable characters just for Miami. You go to Europe, you see different customized. Like, it just seems like these motherfuckers in the upper echelon are customizing bitches like it's GTA. Like, what are we talking about? So realistically, I'm starting to believe that we're going through a level of simulation that we haven't seen before. And I'm kind of scared a little bit. Because if you think about it, you're just a product that's just getting sold to, and then just the money you make, you just give it to them. Like, it's just a system so well oiled and well running of you and just chasing that fucking Ferris wheel of unhappiness. You're in a hamster loop, just chasing that success, that chasing like just something. I don't know what it is because I'm there too. I'm figuring it out now. It's like keeping your head out. Like, you peep it out and you see like nothing else. You're like, oh shit, I guess I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna keep running. And then you peep your head out again, like, oh, these motherfuckers getting fed to the bigger sharks. And this is like from one of the movies, like a fucking animated movie. They tell you about it. They the elites, or I guess Mr. Disney himself, actually, because wasn't he a fucking racist? If you look at the older movies of Disney, it seemed like they had propaganda, some kind of message. There's something behind how Disney now is corporatized. It started from one man and his dream of bringing Mickey Mouse to the big world. Now, if you mention Mickey Mouse, you're getting copyrighted. It's crazy how corporatized that thing has become. They've well oiled that machine. Whoever owns one Disney, billionaire instantly, right? And I'm talking about the parks, right? Like, I always forget about the animation is completely different from the park. So this one company has so much money and so much propaganda. But their owner was a white supremacist. I'm pretty sure he hated the Jews, you know? Like, it's crazy how they have watched and reproduced this movie over and over again. So that's why when you look at media and look at some of the movies coming out, kind of whack. Like the old system you see is crumbling. The ghosts and the machines are low key spooking them, right? It's seeming like people are fed up from this level of just bullshit and just simulation. The Matrix was truly not a fucking masterpiece. Then I don't know what it was. Like I think truly The Matrix was the best movie to ever come out because it did not give you nothing but the truth. It told you to just wake up out of the system and take your life into your own hands, no matter what it is, right? Not everybody would do that. Of course not. Everybody wants to just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. You know, Dory said that, but that bitch was retarded, right? And isn't the voice actor Alan end up being like the biggest bitch possible in Hollywood, right? Is she still invited to the Diddy parties though? Chat, or what they call them now, the white party, right? Michael Rubin's white party. Isn't that the same thing now? The Diddy Party 2.0? I don't know. Because he seemed like he's fucking manhandling all these fucking rappers, right? You see what these media people are getting influenced by, you know? A white man that's hugging little baby. Like, big act academics be talking about it like this, right? Like, Le Bebe out here getting fucking sandwiched by Michael Rubin and another white executive, right? It's a little weird. You think about things like this and you're like, hey, yo, maybe I have to get a tinfoil cowboy hat. And that truly would be me. And I might have to do it to him. I'm starting to become a little curious about the world. Getting older, things are changing. My hormones are changing. As the comedian in me, it makes me want to learn about the world and question things that people typically would just take as gospel, because that's what everything is now. It's gospel. If it's on TV, it's gospel. Well, that's what the old people think, because we've seen it through the system now. But I think that's what social media still is, you know? Obviously, you know, you're a little bit more free, but it's still a certain vision to it. It wasn't like this before. It's becoming that now. And I think at first television was free and got to do whatever, right? Back in the 70s and 80s, you had like the hippie movement, you had all this, but it was later found out, sure, that at that time television was free, but these motherfuckers were getting dosed with shit. The hippie movement was an inside job. That's when you realize culture has always been affected by those in power, because they have to push you a agenda. And who is they? I don't know who they is. Your local government, your fucking state government. If you don't like the laws, then you just have to do something about it, right? I feel like nowadays, if you go against the grain, you get labeled a terrorist. But the real terrorists are sitting in the fucking Pentagon, sitting in places of power that actually can do something. And that is crazy to me, right? We're seeing propaganda at a level which is impeccable. Impeccable. Which is, you know, sometimes you got to give them props like, damn, bro, you blowing my tinfoil hat right off, right? You realize, why do these multi-million billion-dollar companies reach out to social media stars, reach out to these actors and these, why? Because they want to promote a certain vision for their fucking movement or their fucking brand, right? So at the end of the day, what makes you think the government will not do the same? It's a business at the end of the day. We have to make it work. Of course, they never can pass a audit of their financial statements, which is kind of crazy to me. But realistically, they're making billions hand over fist. The richest companies in our fucking country are what? War companies. Which is great. We love war in America. The fucking Second Amendment to the T. But I think even our forefathers would be upset with what is going on now. Because they have armies of men and women that are masked up, have to provide you no IDs no more, and can shoot your ass in broad daylight in your own country. Oh shit, we just found out that was an American. Oh man, that's so sorry about that. Oh shit, they don't apologize either for Americans. So if they're treating Americans like that, what do you think they're treating the fucking immigrants like? And it's certain cities they're doing it to. Imagine this. Imagine this. You're on the opposite side of that. If they can do it to them, they'll do it to you. Right now, it's, you know, red in power, so they're doing it to blue states. Imagine when blue's in power, then they do it to the red states. You know, it's just seeming more and more that whoever is in power now is consolidating it at a rate that we haven't seen before. And I don't know if we haven't seen it before or it was just so well masked at that time. Now freedoms are so free that you're able to see at least both sides of it sometime, but it's getting narrower and narrower. It's like a door never ending and just closing slowly as it gets narrower and narrower at the end. You know, Rome didn't fall in 1 week. It didn't fall in 1 day. The cracks started to show before the dam actually exploded. And sometimes you just have to look in the mirror and look in the reflection and see what's coming. And maybe you might not see it. You really might not see it. So what do? You consolidate as much as you can. You turn it into a bunker. Because the ones that are there, they'll still believe because they have nothing better to do. That's why I feel like these platforms for Fox, CNN, all these big companies is still good. CBS, why is it still good? Because the old folks, the ones that actually vote and actually move your tax dollars around, actually still has the very few that actually do care to go vote. And I saw something, I don't know, I might be getting fake news. This is all my opinion. We're listening to GTA roleplay. This is GTA role. Listen, I'm a comedian at the end of the day, chat. I just look at this stuff and I just sit back like, hey, yo, what do you mean we sent like $1 million to help military farm Aura? Like, why are they on TikTok? Go do something. Go blow something up. Why are they on TikTok? What's going on here? Oh, forgot. That's propaganda. That's how it works. They make it seem cool. They make war seem so fun, you know? Hoorah! We're bringing them freedom. These hoes need to show their ass. Their religion doesn't let them show their ass. Jiggle it. Be like us. Jiggle your ass. And this is coming from a guy that's the most modern American possible, right? Look at me. I'm fucking American as it gets, and I love it. I'm not saying that America isn't great. Two things can be true at once. Why do we have to go to other countries and give them our fucking way of life? The fact is because of one thing and one thing only. Communism. They're so afraid of communism that we'll turn into Soviet Russia, we'll turn into China or some country like that we have to get there by any means necessary, that we don't get communist. Brother, it seems like you're in a communist society low-key because only the top people are the ones with money. And the state owns everything, right? Am I tripping, chat? Am I tripping? But isn't that sounding more like communism? And since then, they started coming up with more word, fascism, isms everywhere. And like racisms, all kinds of isms to forget about one and only important American crusher, communism, right? Which is crazy to me. Because I thought communism wasn't about everybody gets everything. It's like a very few amount of people control a lot of the resources. And that's what it's seeming like now, right? Like people are still struggling. Yeah, we get all the bad parts about communism, right? It's like only a few handful of people own everything and everybody else just kind of struggles. And same thing, you know, at least in communism, what sounds terrible, you know, but at least they're fed, right? Like at least those people are still able to survive because the system wasn't as draconian and as technocratic as it is now. You see flock cameras everywhere now. Like, oh, if they want to get your ass, they're gonna get your ass. Your phone is everything for them. You literally have a tracker on your phone. You literally are giving them a 4K tracker, chat. Like they getting you audio, video, and location. The triple threat, huh? And what do you think they do with this data? They're not keeping it in a vault. They're making sure different companies have it. I wonder if you've ever gotten fucking 5 million voice calls from billion different places. because your number got leaked for some sign up fucking thing. It's terrible. And I feel like at a certain point in life, fucking from the top, from the very top, the very big companies just unlock that, oh, this person turned 18, now they can get all the ads. Now they're 21, give them liquor ads, give them all the fucking ads they possibly can do at their age. And now you see gambling everywhere because YouTube is like, oh, if you're seeing this, I don't even want to name companies because they're gonna, just start handing them DMCA strikes because that's what they can do. They have that money. They have that amount of money to have those absolute DMCA strikes. You can't fight back unless you got lawyers, and that's the craziest thing to me, right? And that's what I mean. At the end of the day, the tunnel is getting narrower and narrower as life goes on. And that's what I mean by social media. They got us all unlocked. We're talking about Streamer Academy 101. What do they got? What do they got? Streamer economy is nothing but just a way to distract you from the system. It gives you nothing but absolute comedy. Don't get me wrong. Streamer University, Streamer Academy, whatever you want to call it, is a great place for streamers to go. But you start seeing it became a reality show. The first one was pretty good. It was a new concept, but it is still a system and structure. That's what I mean. Our social media, our stuff that was supposed to be free, which is this internet, this YouTube shit, this fucking Twitch shit, this Kick shit, I gotta set up my subs for BHD in the chat, bro. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, get you a cold one. Yes, sir. I think Streamer University isn't evil. That's not true. You didn't get in. That's the problem. Don't lie to yourself. You didn't get in, and that's the problem. If I didn't get in, I would call it evil too, which, technically. But what I'm saying is, as you get more corporatized, as you get into that technocracy, you become more and more corporatized. And I understand that. It's a self-eating cycle. You become a certain level of rich. You have power. You have absolute power to move things. So they absolutely will make sure your power is very limited. When you sell out a room at a comedy club, you can move very different compared to those open micers. You might be saying the same exact things, but if you're not making them money, they'll get you banned. And I'm speaking from experience. And motherfuckers will steal your shit and wrap it up nice and do it the same, but they can put asses in seats. And that's when shit gets real and you start realizing what is real. Because I've noticed that your topic only is a bad topic if it's not making money. That's a business model at this point. The American dream, for real. Like if you can genuinely sell your product and you sell it well, hey, people are just gonna be like, hey, bro, what can we do? It was just the right decision to make. Look at Amazon, right? Amazon Web Services runs the fucking internet, but nobody knows about it. The real thing people know about in Amazon is their fucking shipping and handling, right? They can get you the package as fast as humanly possible if that motherfucker has to piss in a fucking dead rabbit that he picked up from your lawn because he's running through your fucking grass, fucking your shit up. Because he does not give a fuck about his job. That's the world we live in. The fucking gig economy is all we're gonna be eating on. And that's the problem. People don't give a fuck about their jobs. They don't give a fuck about the environment they're living in. You are the product of your environment. Am I right or am I wrong? You know what they say, show me the 5 closest people to you I'll show you your future, or something like that. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. And that's why, sometimes that's called Stockholm syndrome, It's hard nowadays. I know. And that's the thing. That's why I get on late night, because sometimes I just want people to think, if you're staying up late, if you're going through something, you be staying up late, you're just like, bro, fuck that bitch. Or it's just a beautiful Saturday fucking night. I don't know. Technically, it's Friday night. Until you go to bed, the night's not over, right? It's Friday, July fucking 18th. It's crazy that we are running through this year already a little over half a fucking year. Half a fucking year already ran through. We got fucking another half to go. And I got a few things planned, but it's just crazy that things run by. I was just thinking like a couple weeks ago that it's like a couple weeks ago. You can't live in the moment. Like, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's so distracting to be on this phone, to be anywhere in the fucking world and just focused on things that you don't really care for. Oh shit, bro, somebody bombed this country, somebody bombed that country. Oh, they don't want this, they don't want that. They distract you from everything in your local environment, because if you're distracted from your local environment, you're not curious enough to see how you can change it and how you can fix it. Nowadays, it's a global environment. If everybody's not the same, it's not good. And that's when you see all this weird mishmash of culture, but it's like so bland now. I only find peace when I see good art, because that is culture now. It used to be, oh, that person is of the Orient. No, that's a Chinese person. Now you call it Orientals. Like, what are we talking about? Us brown motherfuckers are still fucking Asian on paper, but we know we get referred to as Middle Easterns when it comes to bombings, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. On paper, I'm still Asian, but when it comes to, pointing fingers, hey, you Pakistani though, listen, you're a terrorist. Like, what? Sure, they did catch Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, which is the craziest thing. And they made that a fucking stickler, because they had to make sure Pakistan bends its knee to the good goy books. Because they obviously mediated the whole debate between Iran and America. And look at where we're at. And that's the thing. The fact is, they made sure that it was another brown guy talking to that brown guy, because they not listen to the white folks, right? And I'm starting to believe this whole media play of making this war necessary, it's not working the same like it used to, because you got the internet. You know where internet came from, right? Internet came from DARPA. A lot of people don't know about DARPA. It's research squared. It's research on steroids. It's motherfuckers that are inventing new ways of running planes and physics in general. DARPA is the research arm of the military, which is very hard to find, but they're very much ahead of you by 25 years. And they created the internet before the CIA got it. It's like the CIA has like all 3-letter agencies run through DARPA. They all need that defensive, how would you say, a defensive product to protect them, right? So that's why you have nukes. You're protecting you, so you just want to make sure you don't have to lob it. And that's what I'm saying. We're protected over here, so we can throw the rocks at that other glass house when you are sitting in your own glass house. And that's why I wear these glasses. Everybody's got a glass house, because that's what they made sure we built. If we go down, if the system goes down, we're taking you down with us. And that's the thing. That's the scary part. When the Civil War happened, I'm sure everybody's fighting for the states' rights, but they knew the system was at line. And that's what we noticed during COVID time, and everybody fell in fucking line. Because listen, hey, yo, we want to make sure we get fed. Oh, we forgot. If the grocery stores are empty, I can't eat because I don't know how to fucking cook. Oh shit, that's a problem now. Oh wait, Mr. Billy Gates. The big door, Mr. Backdoor himself, Bill Gates, fucking owns a lot of the farmland in America, owns your potato farms, you fucking motherfuckers. Now that shit gets scary, don't it? Now that shit gets scary, don't it? The other motherfucker ships you everything that you need, so you don't even need to go to your local store. And the other motherfucker gives you all your food. Oh my God, it seems like they planned it. Oh my God. In a couple years, it's going to be nothing you need from the grocery store. Genuinely. What happened to, hey bro, I'm running to Jimmy's local store. Hey bro, Jimmy's right around the corner. Sure, that shit was mad unorganized. A lot of those local stores I miss, in Pakistan, where they're mad unorganized, but the boy that works there, that motherfucker knows what's going on. He knows where everything is. And that was allowing the system to survive without being concentrated at Costco or Walmart or this or that, where they're absolutely getting your purchases down to the T and only keeping very certain items on the shelves. And if you don't listen to their fucking rules and regulations, you not fucking getting in there, boy. So that means only certain companies are able to put their food in to the grocery store that you can get. Now you don't even know your beef ain't even real beef. Hey, listen, now that's a problem because you eating 40% beef and 55% bullshit and 5% this dick. Because you getting fucked in every angle possible. Like realistically, what happened in 1776 that we got here in 2026, couple hundred years later? The big 250 just passed, the big 250. So this is the time we turn around and look back at the fucking civilization we've lived in and realize, hey, yo, we've improved quite a bit, for sure. YABOIII for sure. For sure. For 250 years, it was the best YABOIII possible. But is this over? I don't know. I don't know, because I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck are we here and what is this bullshit that we're dealing with without knowing what we participated for, right? You get the checklist, you get the absolute 500 fucking page checklist of like, hey, this is, what you're signing up for. We didn't even get none of that, bro. It seems like we're getting fucked without even getting to sign up for what the fucking is about. And that's what I mean, chat. If we at least knew we were getting fucked and they weren't gonna fuck us without telling us, it's crazy. And that's my biggest thing, man. That's my biggest thing. It's seeming more and more that people are getting fucked without knowing they're getting fucked. And that's okay, because, that's the American dream. Just stay asleep. I'm getting older, man. And so are you. Today is the youngest you will ever be, or tomorrow, I guess, whenever you watch this, right? However long this is on the internet. This is the fountain of youth. We found it. It's just online. But if you stay on it long enough, it sucks your soul. Captures it. Keeps it, That's a tinfoil hat I got on. And that's what it truly feels like. This beautiful thing has captured all of our souls. This little black bar of mystery, this absolute behemoth of technology. It came out a couple years ago. Nothing has really improved because they just bested us at the beginning. They bested us right 10 years ago. Steve Jobs had a vision. Actually, wasn't it the other guy? Isn't Steve Jobs like part of the Apple dream? I don't know. Because now all you think about is how important Steve Jobs solely was that he was able to do it. Because if you say that, hey, this one person can do it all by himself, so you have to work twice as hard as them to get there. Oh shit, you put the blame all on them. And it doesn't matter if they succeed or fail because you should have worked harder. Oh wow, that's sounding like communism, no? Doesn't that sound like the system, the state itself is telling you you need to work harder so you can provide for others and create a business? I don't know. Because now survival is you can't own land unless you got $500,000. You got 5 rooms, you still got to pay taxes. What? I thought that was the whole point about owning land, that I don't got to pay taxes on the land I own. What? Property taxes, excuse me? HOA is still a bitch and a half. What? That makes you fall into the system all over again. The farmers are getting fucked all over again. Why? Because they know that those motherfuckers are the only ones that have owned land since dawn of time, and they might have had a couple of slaves, sure. That's why they hit him with that racist shit. That's why you see all this media towards farmers being racist and actually very, very American instead. Why do we forget America was a racist country? What's the problem with that? The key word was a racist country. It's like you cheat on a girl once and she lets you like stay, but keeps hitting you with that. Well, that one time. Like, bitch, okay, just move on, or just stop, right? Like, is that too toxic of me? Like, if you cheat and your girl's like, okay, listen, I'll let it go, or like if your girl cheats on you, me personally, you gotta end shit after that. If it's your girl, it's different if I do it, right? Like, I'm just saying, you know, because it's emotional when it comes to women, right? And that's how they get you. Oh man, your girl wants to live into the city. You know, you got to be close to Sephora. You got to do all this. So you get into that trap of getting that modern woman, the modern American woman. And that's the crazy part to me. Is they've made things so good for the bays, right? Like for the bays, they want to make sure that social media is in tune with their purchase history. Because that's how they get you into the system all over again. It seems more and more, if you want to have your own land, own farm, like whatever you want to do, away from the fucking system, away from society, and you get fucking labeled a supremacist, a racist, whatever the fuck. It's kind of crazy. Oh, that motherfucker's racist. That's why he lives in that fucking county. That's why that motherfucker lives on a farm, that farm. But like, there's a history of racism there for sure, but racism is just ignorance. It's just not having a experience that you can, you know, put that towards. There's been a lot of times I was in the countryside for a lot of my younger years. I love camping. I love going to the lake. I like chilling and being one with the nature. And country boys do that the most, right? I'm a Texas through and through. Oh, not a Texas. What am I? I'm a Texan through and through. I love it. Gun-toting, cowboy hat wearing, proud red-blooded American. Because American is not a race. It's not a skin color. It's a way of life. It's a way of belief. It's a way of being a little racist because our race is better. And our race is America. That's why when those Europeans come over here for FIFA, they fall in love. They realize the American fucking dream. It's a great one. But you have a few, very, very handful few that are threatening that American dream because they have their own agendas to push on you. And I think that's truly the sad part. That's genuinely a very, very important thing to me, that you should invest in your local environment, invest in your government locally, go to the local elections, go get to know your local mayor, bro. I feel like it's getting weird how divided we are as a community, and completely just segregated, to say the least, because you got those white people that are cucking out over George Floyd and talking about, oh, I'm so sorry that happened. Like, okay, we get it. That shit, we all know that shit was wrong. But nothing came out of the fucking riots. Nothing came out of that. That didn't really get anywhere, because they distracted us with the habijibi ja ja boo 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 ba ba. The fucking chants and the goddamn rallies. It did all that. They went through all those beautiful, riots, flipping over cop cars, and realizing, oh shit, people are not happy. But nothing came out of it other than those motherfuckers at the top getting rich, because they felt the corporate system. They became the corporate system. They bought $1 million houses, $1 million mansions, and disappeared because the system allowed them to. They're like, hey, you organize, you got in there and organized these folks. So good job. Here's $10 million. How about you fuck off? And that's the crazy part, man. When you get organized, when you actually have a group of people that are on the same belief, a union, every business hates a union, right? Because you got to actually listen to the union. So you make sure you get one or two fucking people to get into that union and become a union buster, We forget that's in the American history, right? There's a lot of companies that have gotten through with building one or two teams that goes into unions and acts like they're just regular people. Aren't those the 3-letter agencies now? And that's how they get caught with, all these people that did all these attacks, and hey, we got them at the right time, and here we go. You think MK Ultra ever stopped? You think any of that stuff ever stopped? No. Unless there's some kind of ethical awakening all of a sudden, which I doubt it. These motherfuckers are bombing innocent schoolgirls. These motherfuckers say, let's go ahead and give it to AI so the people that are doing the bombings are not traumatized and getting PTSD from playing Call of Duty, real deal, real life. It's kind of crazy. Call of Duty came out after, I don't know what, the war? The Iraq war? Give them the brown people and kill the brown people? That's why I sold the most. Obviously, it was a great game, but that's why it really became the gang of the gang. There's other people that love CSGO. That's why I love CSGO, because it doesn't have that racist and an absolute aspect of us versus them. Obviously, it's like a shooting game, but every fucking Call of Duty had a brown guy being the bad guy, right? And what was Desert Storm about? What was all these beautiful wars that we were in about? I don't know. I just always think when a brown man speaks clearly and does not want to participate in one of these wars, and one of these absolute disasters of wars, actually. Let's not get started with how Iran's going. Aren't they back at war? Or what happened? This is like the 15th time they were at peace. I guess they didn't want to go for the 16th time. They just went, hey, let's just start bombing them again. I just don't know, Chad. I'm starting to feel like we have so much to give as a society to those that are underprivileged. But we choose not to do it because you just take. Let me just add this in, because I can double up my rates. I can be richer. and I can have a Bugatti. And that's the thing. I feel like even Andrew Tate was low-key a poet. Like, he got a certain message across, and when he started to delay from that message, that crack of the whip came. He definitely got put into this program of, let's go ahead and lock back in, boy. I don't know. And that's the real question. Is there such system that will not allow for auto-correcting? What I mean by that is, you know, obviously a lot of people use Windows, right? A lot of people love Windows. Sometimes Windows Defender isn't the best protector. So you got to get an additional antivirus, right? So you get another antivirus. Let's say the most popular one, Norton, right? But it just does not stop just everything. So it gives you more ads for more of its products so they can watch more of you and just kind of get to know you a little bit better, you know? Go ahead and give us access of your webcam and your audio. So we want to make sure you don't get AI scams where they take your voice. You want to make sure we get all your passwords in one place. Oh, all those other countries that have this better program don't get it. We should have it. Because we store everything here in our systems. And, you know, we have a company that's going to merge all those systems together so you can maybe philanthropically be the biggest and best you can. And sometimes Palantir is the biggest and best company in the world, because they help us, and how convenient they made all of our lives by combining all your system into a beautiful little communist system, because they put everything in one area, consolidated, just for your ease. Because you have to have a digital ID. You have to verify yourself. For the kids, we want to make sure the kids are safe. You know, gotta digitalize your ID. Make sure we all have compiled versions of your insurance, your taxes, and how you behave at the workplace. We want to make sure we have all of that locked in. Because if you act up, let's hit him with the Kanye West. Ban him. Take all his money too. Oh shit. Actually, that's the Nick Fuentes belief, right? There's a reason he has a movement. There's a reason Nick Fuentes has a movement. It's because people have been shut out from their own lives because they globalized. It was all lies. And that's okay. You know, sometimes somebody lies to you once, don't expect it twice. 3 times get the chopper in and let them feel that spice. Let them know it was red hot. Because it's chili hot peppers. And put some paprika on there too, because we hitting a lot of peppers. I don't know where I'm going with this chat. I just hope you understand what I'm talking about. You don't? It's okay. Because when I speak freely, I speak truly, because I'm a comedian at the end of the day, though. If you liked this little yap session, put a W in chat if you love this yap session. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Because that shit free, bro. I'm telling you, nowadays shit ain't free like that no more. You gotta lock in, chat. I hope you survive the upcoming months, the upcoming years of what the fuck is happening. I truly don't know. Really, realistically, I don't know. Because every day, it's a new day. Every day, it's a new bullshit. But I think you'll get through it. We got to, right? That's human nature. It's succeeding. It's pushing through the bullshit. That's human nature, chat. I genuinely feel that is human nature. Human nature is getting through the bullshit. So have a good night. Peace.